What's it like meeting Donald Trump?
Um, the president is one of the funniest people I've ever met. I mean, I'll put that out there as the first thing. He is he is absolutely brilliant. I mean, I really can't think of any other way to describe him, any other word. He's 5 steps ahead of everyone else. I mean, and that's the funny part is then reading the media reaction to him, and he's an idiot. He doesn't know what he's doing. He is 6 steps ahead. He's seven steps ahead of some people. It's just incredible to watch. I mean, he knows exactly what he's doing, and he is so funny. I mean, we had the privilege of sitting down with him earlier on this year for lunch, and it was just absolutely. I mean, we were both laughing, but there were serious discussions. There were serious policy discussions. He garners a lot of advice from those around him, which was kind of really great to see because a lot of elected leaders go down the route of just kind of becoming a me centrist, but actually he takes the opinion of a lot of people around him, and when he's satisfied by the debate, he'll go with he'll use that to then add to his instinct, and he'll form a decision on the back of that. Obviously Candace has spoken to him quite a few times about racial issues and about what the response should be. That's been great because he really values her opinion, and then he's one of those guys who loves America. I mean, that's the other part. I mean, a lot of his debate comes back to what is best for the American people, and I mean his base, and that's really the people that he constantly talks about is his base, and he's always saying, like, what would my base want? What does the base support? And then you've seen that put into place with his policy. I mean, it's not just a meaningless conversation had at a round table. It's something that then becomes actively involved in the U.S. administration. His fight against the Chinese theft of intellectual property, his fight for his base, his fight for on the flip side of the kind of tariff argument, his fight for farmers within this country, and giving them handouts from the tariffs that they've been taking in from the Chinese, his fight for the blue collar workers of Pennsylvania through Ohio, through Michigan, is inspiring to watch because it's exactly what he campaigned on. And I mean, of course, this was, a mantra which was often wheeled out in the first couple of years of the US administration, which was promises made, promises kept. And, but you can really see that in action. And then, of course, his fight for American troops abroad has been kind of great to watch. His taking to task a lot of the established world order, which actually basically took advantage of a lot of America, is great to watch because you've got these kind of these great institutions which to challenge their orthodoxy is anathema, and he's just caused time on this, and he just says this is an absurd world order which doesn't stand to America's advantage. So that's been inspiring, and then he's also very interested about people. He always wants to know. He's met he's met friends of mine, or at least he's met political friends of mine within America. People who I mainly know through Candace, and they've all come away with the same reaction as well. I mean, I know he's met Dave Rubin and people like that. And it's been, and when he met Dave Rubin, he just was so supportive. And I mean, that's kind of inspiring because, again, people try and portray him as this kind of homophobic, racist, xenophobic, everything. And it's just absurd. And it's so tiring to watch because when you meet the guy, you realize he's nothing but, and actually he's got a legacy which will stand in his favor.